Hello everybody, my name is Ilse and this is Hobby KR. I make videos about anime in South Korea, and then I also like to discuss several aspects of the anime fan community. I don't know. In this video, I thought I would discuss how to buy anime goods when you're on a budget. I just thought that this would be a good topic because I know that not everyone is in a position where they can buy a lot of anime goods, but they do want to buy like one or two things, and I really would like to help people prioritize and like plan how they would buy goods in the way that is going to benefit them the most. I do want to start this video by saying that anime goods are not a necessity. They are not a requirement to be a fan of anime or to prove that you like anime, and they're really just not a necessary thing in life in general. So if you really don't have extra money to spend on anime goods, please do not use your money to buy anime goods. Wait a bit until you're in a better position. The goods will be there, I guarantee you. So please be smart about your money and don't waste it on plastic and posters, you know what I mean? So yeah, if you really can't afford it, like please don't spend money on anime goods. Now, if you do have money to spare but not a ridiculous amount, this guide is for you. I'm gonna give you my tips to start your anime collection and to buy goods in the smartest way possible according to your budget. So let's get started. My first tip before you start buying anime goods willy-nilly is make a priority list of goods you want. So this is like you separate goods in like the categories that they are offered in, and then this is going to be the order where you decide how to spend your money. So for example, I give you my priority list as an example. The thing that I wanted the most in my collection is acrylic stands. That is number one. Then I have acrylic key holders, then I have clear files, then I have fabrics, so I'm including tapestries, towels, stuff like that in this category. Then I have shikishis, then I have can badges, then I have figures, then I have trading cards, then I have others. So this could be like plushies or bags or like things that don't really fall into their own category because they're not the main type of goods. The poster kept falling, so I removed it. So I really need you to respect this order when making decisions about what to buy. So really respect your priority list and don't spend on things that you know you don't like that much. Now that you have your priority list, it's time to buy. So my biggest recommendation if you are buying anime goods on a budget is number one, buy secondhand. Really, it's not necessary to buy anime goods brand new. I know it feels nice, and especially if you're gonna actually buy it physically from a store, but it's really not necessary, especially because in my experience, people who like anime really take good care of their goods. Personally, I have every can badge I own wrapped in plastic. I take care of all my acrylic stands. I dust everything. All my shikishis have a sleeve on it. Like I really care about my goods. So it's really not necessary sometimes to buy brand new. So try to find secondhand groups. I buy a lot of stuff secondhand on Twitter. I understand if you live like in a bigger country where things are more separated, like in the States or something, it might be hard to find, but take a look at discords of the anime groups you like. There's always like a merch section where people are posting, oh my god, everything fell. There's always like a merch section where people post their old items that they don't want anymore. So try that, and also try eBay. Of course, in eBay, I do find that people raise the price of things a little bit more, but you can find things that are much cheaper. So try eBay, and my personal favorite is buying secondhand directly from Japan. So I love using Mercari through the Bai website. I've bought so much stuff through them, and the prices are incredible because these are like Japanese fans who are selling like in their minds they're selling to people in Japan, and like the anime goods that are so precious to you are really not a big deal in Japan, where everyone has constant access to the goods. So people sell things for like crazy cheap prices. For example, I just bought the A price for a Kuji of the quintessential quintuplets, and I bought like a tapestry that is gigantic, and like it cost me I think 25 bucks, and like having spent that money in the actual Kuji probably would have costed me like 50 plus, you know what I mean? So definitely check the secondhand avenues that you have available, because you really shouldn't be buying new goods if you are not super financially stable, or you don't have like that much money to spend on anime goods. My other super important tip, like I'm telling you, this is probably the biggest tip that I'm gonna give you. Do not buy random goods. Please, I beg you, it's not worth it. Like on the off chance that you might get your favorite, then cool. Or like if every character is your favorite in that anime or in that group or whatever, okay, that's really nice. But if you have an oshi, if you have a favorite, do not buy random goods. I can almost guarantee you that you're gonna end up spending at least twice as much that you would have spent if you had bought it online for maybe a little bit more. So for example, say that it's like random key holder, right? And I want a Roselia key holder, but I only want Rinko, obviously. So each thing is like $10. I might buy 3 because I really want a chance to get Rinko, right? So I already spent $30. But if I go online and try to find this thing secondhand, it's already like $12. Like someone's selling it for $12. So just don't buy random goods, please. I beg of you, it's not worth it. It's always disappointing. So just wait a little bit and see what people have online, because I guarantee you will find that good. Like 9.5 times out of 10, you will find what you're looking for. Because remember, your favorite girl is someone's worst girl. So there's always someone selling the character you want. On the same note, never, and I mean never, buy Ichiban Kuji or any other kind of Kuji. This is also so not worth it unless you want every prize, like unless you don't care what you get. The problem with Ichiban Kuji is that I do think that the discrepancy in value of price is ridiculous. Like spending maybe 10 bucks to get a friggin' keychain that is this big is absolutely ridiculous. So please don't buy Kuji. There's always people selling the A price, especially if you wait like a few months when the hype of the Kuji has gone down. Like you can find all the stuff so cheap. I think I gave this example in my last video, but this is from the latest Aqua Ichiban Kuji. And I got all 9 illustration boards for this Kuji. Like imagine, if I had bought this like as in the Kuji, it would have cost me $90. But it cost me 27 because I bought all of them for 3,000 won, or like $3-ish, something like that. So like it cost me literally 1/3 of the price it would have costed me originally. So please don't buy Kuji. I know that sometimes for me, maybe this isn't everyone's experience, but for me, I feel a little bit of FOMO when I see a new Kuji come out or a new thing that I want come out, but I always end up finding it later and regretting trying to spend money on the Kuji. So I know sometimes it's nice to do the Kuji and like feel the rush if you do get a high price, but it's really not worth it, and you might even end up with a price that you don't like. I had 3 Asuka figures that I had absolutely no use for because I kept doing Evangelion Kujis, and like figures aren't very important to me, so it was just like a waste, and you just accumulate prices that you don't even want. Just wait until people are putting their stuff from the Kuji on sale and you'll be happy, and yeah, you might not get it right away, but your pocket and your sanity will thank you. My other tip is don't take the bait of anime companies. I feel like, well, if you are someone who buys directly from Japan, companies are they always have like a pre-order period. They always have pre-order perks, and like you can get this extra thing if you buy now, and like you have to buy now, and we're not gonna have enough later if you don't buy right now. And I will say that for some anime, this is true. There are some things where like, yeah, you might want to buy it with the pre-order. But for most things, I guarantee you will be able to find it secondhand. Like 9 times out of 10. For example, in the latest Roselia CD, if you bought the album from Tower Records in Japan, you get Rinko bromide and a Rinko acrylic key holder, right? So you might think like, oh my god, I have to buy it. I have to buy from Tower Records and make a proxy order. No, like there were people selling both the bromide and the key holder literally like the day the thing came out. There's plenty of people who don't want the extra perks, like people don't care. So just wait. I think like so much of this, like so much of saving your money when you're buying anime goods is just like being patient. Seriously. My last tip is that if you're gonna use a proxy service, which I personally adore using, rather than trying to find the one that's gonna charge you the least, because I think their fees are pretty much the same across the board, just make sure you place a really big order every time. So save the items that you wanna buy, if you can, of course, and then place a really big order, because this will significantly decrease the amount of fees that you get from the proxies. And if you like find something you like and make a proxy order, find something you like, make a proxy order, it's gonna be so ridiculously expensive, like seriously. So just make sure that you're making a really big order when you're buying by proxy. And on the same kind of like topic of buying with a legit company, whenever you buy in AmiAmi, I didn't know this before when I was a noob, but when you pre-order things in AmiAmi, you don't have to pay right away. So if you have been afraid of buying something on pre-order in AmiAmi because you thought you might have to pay, you don't. So you might have this one big thing that you really want, but you are like, oh, I can't really afford it right now. You can buy it on pre-order and then take the 2 months that it takes to actually come out and for them to actually pay you to save your money and be able to pay later. Okay, so these were my tips for buying anime goods the smart and budget-friendly way. I really hope this video might have been a little bit helpful and like encouraging to you if you don't really have that much money to spend on like big items right now. Just really don't feel like you have to be buying goods all the time and buying new goods, because it doesn't really mean anything. I see so many people who, whenever I post pictures of my own collection or sometimes in videos and stuff, people feel inferior if they don't have the same amount of goods. It's really not necessary. It really doesn't mean anything. A lot of us collectors are just proud of what we have, but like it's not a requirement to be an anime fan. You're not less of a fan for not buying everything. If anything, you're smarter than the rest of us. So let me know what your favorite tip was, and if you have your own tip, please leave it in the comments below. I'll be back with another video next time, and as always, thank you for watching.